All right, there's gonna be some language in here. It's just something I feel it needs to be said, so I'll say it. I just watched a video about what's going on in Nebraska. Horrible flooding and blizzard-like conditions, killing hundreds and potentially even thousands of cattle. The whole state, the whole fucking state is just getting demolished. Did anyone know that? Probably not, unless you just watched the video that I just watched. That shit's fucked up. But you know what? All we hear about is fucking that chick from Full House paying money for her kid to get into a fucking Ivy League college. If you legitimately think that a for-profit institution such as an Ivy League college does not do things in their better interest, which very well could easily be accepting somebody into the school because their mother or their father or their grandparents is going to bribe that school and give that school lump sums of money. If y'all think that doesn't happen, you're dumb. You live under a rock. Like, it's a for-profit institution. They do nothing but make decisions to fill their own pockets. If y'all didn't know that was happening, or that ever happens, like, you're too naive. It just makes me mad that the only reason why I heard about Nebraska or even know about it is because I saw a video on Facebook as I was scrolling through, and I was like, oh wow, that looks like pretty bad weather condition. I'm gonna look at that and see where that's at. Lo and behold, it's a whole fucking story about how the whole goddamn state is flooded and has horrible blizzard-like conditions. And there's fucking people and livestock that are dying. There's fucking farmland that is going to be useless for the next 1 to 2 years unless those farmers can afford to spend millions of dollars to do everything that they need to do to land to cultivate it again. Like, I don't know what all that takes, but if you own 42,000 acres of land and it's all farmland, it's going to cost you a lot of fucking money to reclaim all that land. A lot of fucking money and a lot of time. Why is this not big news? Like, I work in a place where I'm on a computer. I have to go on the internet regularly. I have not seen that story one time. But you know how many times I've seen about fucking Full House chick paying extra money or bribing a college? I don't even know the situation. All I really got from the gist of it is that she paid money for her kid to get into school. Isn't that what people do every fucking day? They pay money for their kids to get into school? Why the fuck is it illegal now? Like, what? By the way, anyone who thinks that free college is good or a good idea, y'all are stupid. Y'all live under a rock too. That's a bad idea. Horrible idea. That's a totally different subject. Not going to get on it though. But I honestly can't find the words to express just, like, honestly how I feel about it, because this is the first time me seeing it. It's hard for me to put together a polite response to my feeling because, like, I just saw it. But I'm fucking pissed that I just saw it. Like, why hasn't this been national news? Because it's not trending for the social media? Like, what? This is gonna affect everyone. Let's just say, ballpark estimate, I'm probably shooting well above the actual number, but let's just say 40,000 cattle die. Now I understand, it's cattle. There's probably well over 1 million cattle in the country. What's the price of beef do? Even though only 40 grand died. What's the price of beef do? It goes up. And the quality goes down. because then they start slaughtering other animals that really aren't the best cattle for beef. Each animal has its purpose. Some cows are good for beef, other cows mediocre, and they're not going to taste as good. I'm not a farmer, I'm not a biologist, I don't know all about that crap, but what I do know is that some cows are good for beef, other cows not so much. You're going to get quality or quantity over quality, and you're going to be so enraged at the fact that you just paid 13 pounds or $13 for a pound of beef and it tastes like crap. That's what happens. And like the whole thing, like I shared a meme on Facebook the other day. Somebody asked James Franco something, and he said about how there was over 50 people killed in massacres at mosques by a terrorist or somebody who claimed to be a terrorist or whatever they labeled him as, a terrorist. And that was on the news for like 2 days. That's it. But you know what came on the news then? Kylie Jenner has a fucking lip kit that matches her Adidas line. Fuck Kylie Jenner. Who the fuck? Like, y'all can't just go out and buy lipstick that like matches your shoes if y'all really want to go that route? Like, girls and guys, I don't know. I don't wear lipstick, but some guys, I mean, that's their own choice. Whatever. Do what you want to do. It's just not for me. But for real, fuck her. Because she's one fucking person. These are thousands of people being removed from their homes to come back to just absolute wreckage. Thousands of people. Thousands of lives demolished. And this shit's not on national news? I'll tell you what, I haven't seen one fucking blip of it. And when I go onto the internet at work, it automatically brings me to the Internet Explorer webpage where the news articles flip by. I'll be damned if I didn't see 3 or 4 of them bashing fucking Trump. Another subject. And a couple more of them talking about this fucking scandal about somebody paying for their goddamn kid to get into college. Not one article was about what's happening out in Nebraska. Why? Who the fuck cares if somebody paid extra money for their kid to get into college? Oh, because you're silver spoon-fed kid who probably does coke behind your back and spends a lot of your own fucking money, and they're too goddamn lazy to get off their ass and go find a job themselves because they feel like they need college to do something. I never went to college. I make a damn good living. It's just me. Because your kid didn't get into college because this person paid more money. It's a for-profit institution. Almost all colleges are for-profit. I would assume, I don't know this for a fact, somebody can fact check me on this if they really want, but I would assume that Ivy League colleges are all for-profit. Even if they claim that they're not for-profit, you can't even tell me that nobody's like stuffing their pockets with extra money, because that shit happens. Especially, God, I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but especially us white people. We have a tendency of doing shit on books, and then when they're audited 2 or 3 years later, it's like, hey, this doesn't match up, and then it becomes another big ass fucking issue, a big ass scandal that's blown up all over the fucking media when something more serious is happening. But guess what? This affects like the lower 90% of the country. So we're going to go with this. We're going to go with the less important shit that affected maybe 100 people's lives, because the lower 90% is going to agree and just be outraged about it, and your ratings are going to blow up, instead of going with something like what's happening in Nebraska, or what happened down in Florida last year with the red tide. My sister lives down in Florida. She said it was horrible. They're walking along the beach and just dead animals everywhere. Dead sea creatures. Fucking everywhere because the algae sucks all the oxygen out of the water. Like groupers. Goliath groupers. Like a fucking 400-pound fish that lives in deep water. Dead on the beach. Along with 30, 40,000 other fucking dead animals on the beach. I didn't see... No, I lie. I think I saw a couple things about that, but it was only on Facebook and only because my sister shared them. I didn't see it anywhere else. Not in the Internet Explorer, news tabs, nothing. But you best believe I saw every single thing that Trump said that people didn't agree with. Here's a newsflash. He is your president. And y'all should just learn to fucking accept it. I hope he's president in 2020 and on, just because I'm so tired of a career politician that does nothing but lie. Y'all guys could say, oh, he's such a jerk. I didn't know that being a friendly guy was part of the job. Like, I'm losing my words here. I didn't know that it was a job requirement for you to be liked by every fucking person in the United States. So what? He says what's on his face. He says what he means. Or he means what he says. Whatever. Like I said, I'm losing my words. It baffles me the amount of fucking hate that man gets. I support Trump. Am I like a diehard Trump fan? No. I'm really not. I'm not educated enough on the political spectrum and understand what this decision does and what that decision does. I'm not educated enough on that, so I don't really have a valid point on it. But I support the man because I believe in what he says. What did he do right after he got into office? Right after he got into office, and there was a terrorist attack. What did he do? They found out where they were housing more of the chemicals, and he fucking blew that place up. He didn't go and fucking bomb cities. He fucking bombed the warehouse that was housing that chemical. That's pretty fucking strategic. You don't gotta kill millions of people. You just gotta take out one source. And it's pretty damn effective. I've already gone off topic. But once again, like, this shit is dumb. This shit is so dumb that I have not seen one thing about what's going on in Nebraska except for the video that I just watched. It blows my motherfucking mind